Good morning, vinyl community. Glen Kellaway from the basement. It's Monday morning, so you know what that means. It's time for the weekly wrap up. Or it's time for the weekly wrap up, so that means it must be Monday morning. Which sounds better? I like that one better. I won't remember it next week anyway, I'm too freaking old. Unless I write it down a script or something. I hope everyone had a great week. I had a pretty good week. Nothing too exciting, but it was cool. Still waiting to open up here. It's May 20th is the date they're going to announce, and now there's rumors they're going to keep it shut down for 2 more weeks. So that means like there's no stores open. Like when you go into a Walmart, you're allowed to go to the grocery department and you're allowed to go to the pharmacy. Everything else is, the aisles are closed. Things that are on the outside of the aisles that maybe you could grab are wrapped with shrink wrap. So we're pretty much shut down. It needs to happen. So it's too bad they didn't do it 6 months ago for as long as they needed to, and we wouldn't be in this position. But things are getting better. Canada's finally getting some vaccines. Holy crap, that was bad. Man, our leaders really let us down, or our purchasing managers, or whatever it was. Not good. That could have been a get off of my lawn. Okay, contests. Always start off with contests. There's a contest going on. Jason Skilz. Jason, Skilz is how you spell his last name. Jason's channel is called Low Noise Jason Skilz. Jason's got a pretty cool channel. He was going for 300 subs, but that was the goal. He's got almost 400 now. So I think his contest has been pretty successful. It's on threes. Show the third album from a band, show an album from a trio, and I can't remember that. There was 3 questions. It's pretty good. So please support Jason and check out his channel. Subscribe. He's a good guy. Threads. There's some good threads going around the VC. There was a thread started, a country music thread. I think there was a jazz thread first. Then it evolved into a country music thread. And I didn't do either of those because I didn't feel like I could do them justice because my collection, I just don't have enough varied. I probably could have done the jazz one, maybe. I might have been able to stretch that one. Country, I got like Hank Williams and Johnny Cash, Emmylou Harris, and the rest is like bluegrass stuff. So it would have been a bluegrass-centric thread. I'd love to start a bluegrass thread, but I don't think we'd get 3 people responding to it. So blues thread. My friend Chris, BluesGuy Vinyl, started the blues thread. I just uploaded mine on the weekend. I love the blues. It was fun showing records and talking about stuff. Very cool. So if you like the blues, or even if you're just interested, go to Chris's channel, Chris BluesGuy Vinyl. Awesome guy. News in the VC. So anybody in Canada will know this name. The band Goddo, Goddo. The gentleman whose band it was a hard rock and trio band back in the 70s, 80s. Greg Godovitz. Greg and I grew up in the same neighborhood in Scarborough, Ontario, east end of Toronto. Didn't know each other, but in the 90s, Greg and I became friends. We met through collecting Beatles memorabilia and became really good friends. And Greg actually emceed my and Lynn's wedding, and his band played at our wedding. Eventually we lost touch. Greg moved to Calgary, and he's back here now. I ran into him once at a Toronto Maple Leaf hockey game, I don't know how many years ago, 10 years ago maybe, and just talked for like 2 seconds. But I always appreciated being friends with Greg. It was fun. And Greg's got a YouTube channel under his name, Greg, Greg, one G in the end, Godovitz, Godovitz. He's got a show called Rock Talk. Greg's got a lot of friends through the music industry. He was a pretty successful musician for a few years. And also has a biography, if anybody wants to find it, about growing up in Canada and touring Canada. Back in the day, all his crazy stories, called Travels with My Amp. Great book. But anyway, Grace started a channel called Rock Talk. And he's put up 2 videos so far. And they were interviews with his friend, Eddie Kramer. Yes, that Eddie Kramer. Jimi Hendrix Eddie Kramer. Great Rock Talk with Greg and Eddie. There's 2 videos. Watch them. Fantastic. And subscribe to Rock Talk. Greg Godovitz. Oh, Bass to Bass with Lisa and Glenn has been on hiatus for a while. My friend Lisa has had a few health issues. She's coming around. And she uploaded our 4th video in our series on bass players on Carol Kay. It's been up now for just since the start of last week, so check that out. I've learned so much about Carol Kay from watching those videos, or from doing those videos. Crazy. What a resume that woman has. Let's plug a couple more of mine here. Bob Dylan, the countdown to Bob's 80th birthday. We will be uploading our 2nd part of the countdown later tonight. We're recording it at 4 o'clock this afternoon. Sam St. John and myself. Sam St. John, check out his channel too, and please subscribe. Great guy. We are counting down 80 Bob Dylan songs from one for every year of Bob's life. We'll count down today number 60 to number 41. Next Monday we'll do number 40 to number 21, and on Bob Dylan's birthday, May 24th, we will count down the final 20 of the 80 songs. We're enjoying doing it. We've had quite a few views. Anything over 100 views to me is like a million. So I'm really pleased with that. The other one, I just uploaded a new video yesterday, is a series I'm doing with my nephew, Jack. Jack's Stereo Experience. Please subscribe to that channel. Jack and I are doing video together weekly. I don't know if we'll continue to do it weekly. It might become bi-weekly. Depends on time, right? But we're really loving doing it. Jack's amazing. We did one yesterday on classic rock wars. We made up this little game where we had to pick albums that were in both our collections, so we came up with 18 classic rock albums. And the premise was Jack would hold up an album, and then I would pick one of the 18 to pit up against it, and we would do like a match. Okay, so what do you think of this album? Well, I think this and this and this. And if we couldn't agree, then we considered it a tie, and they both got 1 point. If we agreed that this one's better than this one, then it got 2 points. And then at the end, we added up the points, and we picked the 2 that had the most points. We played them against each other and came up with a winner for the classic rock wars. It was kind of fun. What's really interesting to me is not the records we show, but the dynamic. I love the dynamic of someone, myself, who was Jack's age when these records were released, and my impression of them. And Jack, who's 18, 17 and a half, 18, who's just discovering these records in the last 2-3 years, and continues to discover more and more. His opinion of them, his fresh opinion. And I really love that. And Jack's an awesome guy. So please, Jack's Stereo Experience. Oh, one more. Brian at Brain Twang. Well, everybody knows I'm a big bluegrass guy. He's spotlighting bluegrass bands. This week he did Flatt and Scruggs. It's only a short video. It's like 5, 6, 7 minutes long or something. But I love Lester Flatt and Earl Scruggs and really enjoyed that. I was reading a book. Just finished it last night. Beatles 66, The Revolutionary Year by Stephen Turner. I quite enjoyed this book. It's an in-depth look at 1 year in the life of the Beatles, and it's a pretty important year. You get from 65 going into 66, going into 67. I mean, the transition there is incredible. And he talks a lot about the stuff that we've all read about a million times if you've read any Beatles bios, you know, the tour and how shitty it went with John's comments and how they were taken out of context, and the issues they had in the Philippines with the Marcos, and all that stuff is so well documented. But there was a lot of information about, like, Paul going to these light shows and kind of experimental stuff, and more in-depth stuff just that I hadn't read before in any bio. So if you're interested in the Beatles and you like to read Beatle books, this is a good read. It's a fast read. I mean, I really enjoyed it. Beatles 66, The Revolutionary Year, Steve Turner. Oh, I just saw a movie this week that it's been out for a long time, and it was up for a Best Picture for Academy Award. I think Spike Lee won Best Director for it, maybe. Black Klansman. What a great movie. Man, I loved it. I don't know why I was so late to the party on that one, but it's on Netflix, and I watched it. What else have we got going on here? I know there was a couple other things. I'm pretty sure. I don't think I have anything else. I won a couple of records. I won a contest. Hub Tunes, Mike. I did a video on this to showcase more to put some spotlight onto Mike and his channel for doing the contest, and me being the lucky recipient of a $50 gift certificate. And I picked up a couple albums. This was missing from my collection. Ry Cooder, Chicken Skin Music. This one's on Music on Vinyl. I would love to get the MoFi of this, but I can't find it. I could find it if I want to pay for it big time, but I don't. I just won't pay my $50 or $60 and go home. So it's on yellow vinyl. Sounds great. The MoFi must sound incredible because that sounds really good. Well recorded records, Ry Cooder. And the Pogues. Greatest hits. I don't have any Pogues albums, vinyl, so I thought I'd just get a hits one, just to thing. I would still like to get a couple of vinyl records if I find them. And new album coming out that I'm really excited about. Really excited about. Any fans out there of Derek and the Dominoes, Layla and Assorted Love Songs? Tedesco Trucks Band is doing Layla and Assorted Love Songs revisited live. And the second guitarist they've invited to play with them is Trey Anastasia from Fish, who's a great guitar player. There is a video out there of them doing Why Does Love Got to Be So Bad? Oh man, it is killer. Like, I am dying for this album to come out. So that's my next purchase of a very excited. I'm excited for that one. That's good. That's it this week, folks. I got nothing else. I hope everyone has a great week. Please watch my video with Jack, Family Tracks, the Classic Rock Wars. Please watch the video uploaded later tonight on our Dylan series, and stay tuned to that and watch our countdown. And yeah, everybody have a great week. Peace out. Love you all.